Hi, this is Tony Wade, the Compassionate Investor, and we're going to talk still about shifting your mindset, just having a paradigm shift as it relates to specific things like assets. So let's talk about assets versus liabilities. So I grew up just like you did, believing that when you purchase a home, that's your asset. And we've been groomed by accountants, bankers, the financial world to believing that. And on some level, it is something that you can use to benefit you on your taxes. But you have to fully understand what an asset is and what a liability is. See, if you look up the definition of asset, it's clearly just simply something that generates income for you. You actually have something that is of value that generates income, revenue of some kind. That's an asset because it works for you. The opposite is liability. So things that are liabilities are things that pull away from your budget, pull away from the money that you bring in on a monthly basis, okay? So based on that fact, asset or liability, which one is your home that you just purchased, okay? Now, you have to look at what comes out of your account every month. You're paying a mortgage. You're paying monthly fees for maintenance. You're paying for Ameren. You're paying for the gas. You're paying for the trash. You're paying for the water. All of those expenses, who's paying for that? You are. So which category does that fall under? It falls under a liability. That home, in the scheme of things, is a liability to you because every month you're paying out of your monthly income to keep it going. Okay? Now, I'm telling you that not to say don't go out and buy a home. You just have to figure out how can you create something that can generate you money and also have that asset. And you can do that with investment properties all day long. I'll have a whole section talking about that in the coming episodes. But the one thing I want you to pay attention to in this one is evaluating things as it relates to whether it's an asset or whether it's a liability. Now, I'm not telling you to go through life just evaluating everything in those terms because life is meant to be enjoyed. We don't know how long we're going to be here, and you want to live life to the fullest, but you also have to be smart. You have to be able to evaluate the things that you're spending money on and saying, if I purchase that necklace, will that necklace make me money? Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you can't go out here and enjoy the best things in life because I love enjoying life too. But when I think about how that could create an asset for me, that's the sort of type of thing that I'm thinking about. Something probably better to use is probably like a vehicle or having more than one vehicle. Like it's nice to have a nice car that's reliable, that can get you from A to Z. But do you really need a second car? And if you did, why? Is that going to be a liability you want to absorb, or is that going to be an asset that's going to make you money? That's how you want to shift the way in which you think about assets and liabilities. And then based on you at least evaluating that, you can come to terms with whether that's going to be a good purchase for you or not. It makes me think about the things that people are just actively just going and buying on a regular basis, like Air Jordans. So now I'm not against Air Jordans. I'm not against designer clothing, but it's clothing. It's shoes to get you from A to B. And wearing nice things are nice. I wear nice clothes, I think, but whether I wear designer or not, if I want to go out and spend $1,000 versus $100, is that worth it to me? I'm constantly evaluating whether or not, one, something can be an asset or a liability to me. And if it is a liability or something that, is going to cost me some money, I'm willing to take that on. So these are things that you should be thinking about as you shift the way you think about money and as you think about assets and liabilities. So this is Tony Wade, the Compassionate Investor. Please give me your comments. I'd love to hear from you and give you comments or respond to your comments so that we can learn more about shifting your mindset, your paradigm, and getting in position where you can too learn how to live for free. Because when you can learn how to live for free, then you can truly help change others and transform the world that you currently live in. So be sure to like me, click the notification button below, and you go out there and seize the day. And so it is.